Hi, I'm Glenn Mailer with another installment in my series of For Men Only, Taking Your Life Back. Hey guys, has this ever happened to you? I know it has if you've ever lived with a woman, ever been married, ever been in that kind of a situation. I know this has happened to you. Your woman is complaining about almost everything. She complains about almost everything and it drives you nuts, but you let it go because she's complaining in many cases in a very sweet, loving way, holding your hand, looking in your eyes, okay? And you don't get angry because you figure, oh, it's not that big a deal, it's not that important. And more importantly, you don't want her to get angry because if she gets angry because you get angry, you get nothing. You don't get Mr. Happy played with. And let's be honest about it. If you really, really boil it all down, that's the real reason why you're with her in the first place. I know, you think it's love, you think it's this, and it's all those things. But number one, it's sex. If you're not getting laid, dude, you're not being happy, okay? You are not happy. And guess what? That's where she has her control. She has her control over you, so she complains about almost everything and you let her do it, okay? Understand something. She wants you in her world, but it's not so much that she wants to be in your world, okay? Think about it. When you guys moved in together, what happened to your beer mugs? Okay, you had a nice collection of beer mugs, some guys do. Maybe you didn't, but you know someone who did. They went away. Or maybe your music posters, maybe your favorite bands were on posters and you love those posters. Guess what? They went into the garage, they went into storage, they went into the trash because, if you listen to her, it doesn't fit the decor. It doesn't match the color scheme. Now come on, honey. Okay. You said okay. Why did you say okay? Because you didn't want to interrupt that steady flow of sex that you've been getting. Since you've hooked up with her, the sex has been great, it's been wonderful, it's been amazing. You think you've died and gone to heaven. This is the woman you want to spend the rest of your life with, but let me tell you something. Your sex is going away. If you've been with her for any length of time, you've already wondered why it's not as frequent, not as crazy and wonderful as it used to be. And if you've been with her a really long time, you already know what I'm talking about. You know it's already gone. You know it's only on occasions, your birthday, Valentine's Day, or if you buy her a nice piece of jewelry or something of the sort, then she rewards you, okay? And how did all of this start? How did all of it happen? It happened because you gave up your you. You gave up the person that you were to be the guy that she wanted you to be, or that you thought she wanted you to be. All the things that attracted her to you in the beginning are now gone. You're now her guy, her boyfriend, her husband. You're not you. Well, stay with me because I'm going to show you in my book, Leave the Toilet Seat Up. I'm going to show you how to get your you back. But let's not digress, okay? Let's continue, okay? Your sports posters, your rock posters, your beer mugs, all gone, off the wall, in the trash. Okay, she's been taking your freedoms away little by little, and it started with arguments that you thought were absurd. It started with arguments that you thought were ridiculous. And it probably started with this one. Honey, why do you leave the toilet seat up? And you go, because I urinated. I stood up, I used it, I was done. Oh, but it's not supposed to be that way. Would you put it down, please? And you're thinking to yourself, what do you mean it's not supposed to be that way? I've been leaving it up for years. What's the big deal here? Okay, and you go, oh, come on now, you're being ridiculous. No, I'm not being ridiculous, she tells you. I'm not being ridiculous. It's not supposed to be that way. I know you've heard this, guy. I know you've heard it. It's not supposed to be that way. Well, what do you mean it's not supposed to be that way? It's a toilet seat. Who gives a damn? Well, she's making a whole issue of it, okay? And after a while, you just give up arguing because you don't want to argue about a non-issue. You don't want to argue about a non-issue, and now she doesn't get to play with Mr. Happy because she's pissed at you for arguing about a non-issue. So you just keep going. You put up with her stuff. But think about it. All it was with the toilet seat, and if you go back to the argument of the toilet seat, she was probably telling you things like, well, what am I going to do if in the middle of the night I go to use it and it's up and I fall in? You tell her, put it down. Well, I don't know it's up because I didn't want to turn the light on and disturb you while you were sleeping. Well, guess what? All she had to do was feel around, see the seat is up, and put it down. That's the same thing you would have done. But she makes an issue about it, so you go, finally, you go, this is ridiculous to be arguing about. Okay, no more, I won't. Okay, I'll try and remember to do it. She admonishes you a few times when you forget to do it. Okay, I'm sorry. And guess what? Okay, you gave up a little bit of your you. Now, it's not that big a deal to put a seat up or down, I understand. But what she's doing is she's taking away part of your freedoms. And now that you've given in to this, what else is going to happen? She already took your beer mugs away. She already took your posters away. Now she's taking your ability to just go and urinate with freedom, and she's taking that away. And it doesn't sound like a big thing, and it isn't a big thing by itself. But this goes away, this goes away, this goes away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, okay? And you don't argue because you think you're going to get that steady flow of sex. And you'll put up with anything to have that, to have the affection, to have her treat you good, to have her on your arm looking good and loving you. Well, guess what? The sex is going to go away. The affection is going to go away. It's all going to get into a place where she's comfortable, not you. So keep that in mind. And put your foot down. Leave the toilet seat up. You're not a bad guy for doing it. And although it may not be a major issue, trust me, all of those minor issues become major issues because you get annoyed, you get angry that you're losing your freedom. They also become major issues because now you don't have any freedoms at all. How many times have you heard a guy say, let me talk to my wife, let me ask my wife, let me ask my wife? You know what he's really saying? He's saying, let me ask for permission. Stop asking for permission. Go to my website. Go to my website right now, www.leavethetoiletseatup.com. Take a look around. Send me an email if you like. Get my book. It will really help. And look for more of these videos about taking your life back. Have a great day.